Hello everyone on YouTube. Psychic Astrologer Lisa Paron here with some tarot card predictions for the possibility of World War III. On my 2022 prediction video, I predicted this year was going to be a wild ride, and here we are. So let's get into it. As you know, Russian President Vladimir Putin has invaded Ukraine and has begun a terrifying and brutal assault on the people, pushing his might and threatening the possibility of a nuclear attack that has the whole world on edge. Let's go get into it and see what the cards have to say about the current war in Ukraine and if we are at a time when World War III will begin. The tarot cards I pulled for the first spread are the Emperor, the Nine of Cups, and the Justice card. I feel these cards represent that eventually this conflict between Russia and the Ukraine will be over. The Emperor suggests that the countries of the world will continue their sanctions with Russia. I feel this could take some time to reach a peaceful outcome though, perhaps a few months before it is all over. The Nine of Cups feels like an agreement or an arrangement will finally be met and the war in Ukraine will end, at least for the time being. The Justice card suggests that trouble lies ahead for Mr. Putin's actions and acts of war that will haunt him the rest of his life. I feel like these are positive cards that imply and concur with my 2022 predictions that even though we are very close to World War III and the tension and conflict in the world is not over, that we will not be entering into a world war this year. I feel my intuition telling me that the conflict in the world will escalate over the next few years. The years 2023, 2024, and 2025 could see more conflicts and wars. If the world leaders can cooperate together, the world will get through this and without a world war. However, I feel if the world leaders and the powers that be do not step in, more countries will be taken over by the bullies such as the Taliban taking over Afghanistan. If these actions like this and the invasion of the Ukraine continue to be tolerated, I predict we could see World War III or come very, very close sometime in 2025. I pray to God it doesn't come to that. On to Vladimir Putin. The second spread of cards I pulled are the Tower, the Ten of Cups, and the Page of Wands. I'm feeling this conflict will get worse before it gets better in Ukraine and before it's over. However, things will be crumbling down for Mr. Putin. In March, he could really be uncooperative, combative, hostile, and have a penetrating glare in his eyes. He's under very, very heavy planetary energies that will slowly change his life over the next few years. The Tower suggests that things could take a turn for him around April, possibly the first or second week, where he finds he has limited resources, limited friends and allies, and more doors are closing in on him. Also, some big changes I feel are coming to Mr. Putin sometime in May. I feel like the time frame around May and into June, he's going to be like in full fighting mode, ready to pick a fight, very aggressive and alienating the people that are trying to help him, as few as they will be. He'll be feeling especially feisty also in August, and I feel based on the other card from the previous spread that justice will prevail and that he will have to face the consequences of his actions. I predict big changes for him over the next couple of years. It's possible that he will have a change of fortune where he is no longer president of Russia. I also predict the years of 2026 and 2027 as years where he will possibly be removed from power or be replaced by a new president of Russia. It's possible Vladimir Putin will have a significant assault of violence against him, possibly somebody close to him turns on him, or he may have an injury or health issue that is of a dire circumstance, and possibly something to do with his heart. The Ten of Cups suggests fresh energy coming into the world, and it's quite possible Russia will see a new leader and that the countries of the world will live in relative harmony together again. The Page of Wands also harmonizes with the first spread that this conflict in Ukraine will be over soon. I'm getting a good feeling the negotiations will go well around the end of April. I know it's a very uncertain and scary time, but do your best to deal with the changes going on around you. But at the same time, try not to get caught up in everything that's going on in the world distractions on the news. Many things are going on behind the scenes with leaders of countries that most people will never know about. It's very easy to get caught up in the terrible news on the television and social media. Of course, you're concerned and you care, and by all means, take action and support the people that are in need. But also keep in mind that if it's not affecting you personally, to make sure that you live your life and carry on with the things that you want to do. You don't want life to pass you by. Life has a funny way of working itself out, and it's not the first time two countries have been at war with each other, and it certainly won't be the last. I feel it's like everything that's going on in the world now seems to be expanded and even more urgent than ever before, because everyone is on edge from being locked down and isolated for all this time during the pandemic. Everyone is on edge. So do your best to see the positivity and the beauty around you in your life. We will get through this and you will be okay. I pray for peace and for an end to the conflict. Amen. God bless. And you take care now. I'll see you next time on Astro MOJO.